2021. Now you live to play it, but can you win it? Get ready to be a big cash pot winner. And let's see what the winning cash pot number will be. And tonight's winning cash pot number is 20. Congratulations to all cash pot winners. Again, the winning number is 20. It's now time for some mega winnings. Good luck. What will it be tonight? And a white ball has been selected. Go mega 6 times per day for more chances to win big. Again, the winning cash pot number is 20 and the lucky mark for 20 is sick person. And a white ball was selected for both cash pot and hot pick. And now for a chance to win the lotto jackpot of $79 million. Here are tonight's winning lotto numbers. Good luck. Get those tickets out. The first winning lotto number tonight is 28. The second lotto number is lucky number 17. The third lotto number tonight is 3. Now remember, the jackpot is $79 million. The fourth lotto number is 14. The fifth lotto number tonight is 5. And here comes number 12. Now for the bonus ball number tonight, and it's 23. I hope you became $79 million richer tonight. Now let's take a look at tonight's winning numbers. And please be reminded that we are being supervised by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission, and we are being observed by the independent auditing firm PwC. Thank you so much for playing all of today's games. And please come back tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. for more games you love to play. I'm Samantha. Have yourself a supreme night.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
Okay, that was the evening top draw. Lucky $5, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, lotto hot pick, and cash pot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners.
Advantage Auto Parts, 21 Thompson Street, Montego Bay. We continue to protect you from high prices. Get your bumpers, AYB, HID, LEDs, radiators and fans, AC compressors. Telephone 876-952-6109. The time by Advantage Auto Parts is
8:32. And guess what I'm checking out right now? Making way for the buzz. The buzz comes your way in a few. And of course, I'll be back next week, Monday night at 11. We do it again for you. All right, you take care. Have a wonderful weekend.
Shop so simmer down. Soon you will get dropped, so simmer down. Can you hear what I say? Simmer down. Why won't you simmer down? Long time people them used to say, where sweet nanny go, go run in belly, so simmer down. Control your temper, simmer down. For the battle will be hotter, simmer down. Can you hear what I say? Simmer down.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is the Entertainment Buzz.
Hear me told ya.
Yo, yo, yo.
What them say? Up to the buzz. We don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the Entertainment Buzz. Further on in the buzz.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect and I so good. That is a flag. Hear me now. Entertainment Buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
And now, our feature presentation.
Yes, sir. Want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
Of course, want to say big up to our listeners locked in wherever you are. Big up to the peeps locked in right now on social media. And those of you who are at home, it is the EBUZZ.
All right, and of course, we want to invite all our friends to follow us on our social media pages, Instagram, IRIFM_JA, Twitter, IRI_FM, or join us on Facebook with just that IRIFM. And boy, we got a show for you tonight. Wagwan, how up away you there? How you do? What's popping?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. We're chilling. We're right here doing what we do. Right here with two big hell of a bright light on my face. Yeah, but we're loving it. We're loving it.
Absolutely. So we have an interesting discussion later. Know that Spotify is in Jamaica. What does it actually mean for the entertainment industry?
Yeah, and that's a big deal because a lot of people have been trying to get onto that platform from this region of the world. And it's been a challenge. Now that it's here, we'll be talking to one of our own, DJ Sunshine. She'll be giving us her thoughts on that. And of course,
rated DJ and of course a producer in her own right. So it should be an interesting conversation and also a conversation that members of the industry, I'm sure they want to know, and they too may have ideas.
Well, it can't hurt. It's actually going to help a lot. And we just want to find out the mechanics of it and see how well it will benefit the industry, especially people in this side, especially being able to access the platform and do their purchasing.
And having an equal opportunity to increase your streaming numbers.
Definitely. And that is so important now. Back in the day, it was how many people are listening. Now it's how many people are streaming. That's where the market is.
You have to take all the platforms into consideration, you know?
And some of the platforms have now been flying past some platforms. So, we really just have to just make the most. Yeah, make the most of what's there. Some good news, some sad news, of course, right through the board here. We want to say congratulations to Toots Hibbert. Of course, the late Toots Hibbert. I mean, his family wishes that he was alive to celebrate the second Grammy win for him and the band. And the family of Jamaican reggae icon, the Honorable Frederick Toots Hibbert, ODOJ, is happy that he won the Grammy Award for the best reggae album with Got to Be Tough. That's the name of the album on Sunday. And the legendary entertainer who was the lead singer of the international renowned reggae group Toots and the Maytals for over 5 decades passed away last September at the young green age of 77. Yeah. So it is a great thing. We're glad that he was honored again. Congratulations to Toots and his family. Of course, we just really wish he was alive to receive that award,
Absolutely. And information just in, Nesbeth, he posted on social media that they shot his road manager in the face and took away his licensed firearm. And he's asking that we keep his road manager in our prayers. And he also commented saying, Jamaica is out of control, be safe. So, just sending love and light. That's the latest with that bit of information from Nesbeth there. His road manager, he says, got shot.
Yeah, I got the information a little earlier today, too. And it's really sad that this is what is happening in Jamaica. So we would like Nesbeth, when he can, give us the most updates that he can, especially pretty much on his condition and, how serious he is. But it's somebody who comes to Irie all the time.
All the time, definitely. Somebody that we know. You always see him with or without Nesbeth.
With or without Nesbeth. He's here
always promoting him.
Yeah, he's always here on behalf of Nesbeth. And he's very aggressive.
So we want to wish him a speedy recovery. We will have Nesbeth tomorrow on Road to Success, the journey. So it's a conversation that will continue. And hopefully we can get some positive feedback and updates.
And some information, for sure. All right, so prayers for his road manager. Usain Bolt, of course, Jamaica's track and field legend Usain Bolt, through his foundation, donated 150 laptops to schools across the island, which is a big deal. The living legend, and of course, shared the news on his official Instagram page with his over 10 million followers. That's one. Why am I go hard? The photo shows Usain Bolt with a group of students, along with a female that appears to be a teacher, which he captioned, "The best thing about life is being able to give back." And of course, I think it's a lot of 150 laptops. That's a quite big, it's about $40,000 or somewhere there, that value.
Look, it's a fantastic initiative. It's a great move. And big up to Usain.
Big up yourself, Usain. And you're helping the kids, man, helping them to...
Yeah, in a big way.
Helping them, especially in this digital time. Not a lot of physical interaction going on, so everybody's doing things on the computer, and it is the worst thing when you don't have a good computer to do anything. So,
Absolutely.
Big him up, yeah. And Popcorn,
Popcorn has basically put aside his feud with fellow entertainer Movado by sending condolences to him as he mourns the passing of his mother via Instagram. Popcorn actually shared a pic of Movado, which he captioned, "At Movado Gully, keep your meds firm and same way singer, keep fighting the fight. Condolence to you and your family. Tough times for everybody. Stay up. Praying hands emoji, unruly wish bad on no one." So that was also a big move. Bounty Killer, he too posted Movado via social media and sent his messages of condolence. So, you know, we like when our entertainers can look beyond petty situations and circumstances and see the bigger picture and actually reach out.
I totally agree with that. The only thing I have a problem with is that it takes the death of somebody
tragic.
or a tragic scenario for them to now decide to say, you know what, we beefing over is stupidness. We need to realize that time is short. You just never know your tenure on this earth. You need to put aside silly things and embrace positivity, because
absolutely.
And you know, a lot of times people have beefs or they have arguments or they have situations, and that same person who they have the situation with passes, and there was never any closure to it, because you can't tell somebody sorry now when they're gone. And you know, so it is very important that people put these little silly things aside and live for now. We just want to send condolences to Movado and his family.
And his family, definitely.
On the passing of
All
his
right,
mom.
so it is about that time, Bone. So, you know, every week on this very platform, we take a trek to social media with Tristan Wilson and Shanice Williams for our social media highs and lows. So, Tris, Shanice, what's happening?
Here we go.
It's now time for social media highs and lows.
Girl, you know so going on social media.
Yeah, girl, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's your social media highs and lows.
Like I every other day, them find something new for try. Them no mention my name, them no feel them not the light.
This and every Wednesday, we've got the online buzz.
I'm Tris.
And I'm Shanice.
So, girl, this weekend did Buzzy bad.
Right, true.
I mean, the major highlight was the Grammys, of course. And you know how we Jamaicans stay. Once one of four people them up on the international stage, we now miss that. So after Buju Banton, Skip Marley, Maxi Priest, Toots and the Maytals and the Wailers were nominated for the Best Reggae Album Grammy, Jamaicans have been on the edge of their seats waiting to see which of our own would take the coveted 2021 award. Well, on Sunday, the winner emerged as Toots and the Maytals with Got to Be Tough. Since the announcement, messages of congratulations have been flooding social media. Everybody wants to put in them 2 cents, as they should. Proud moments here, of course. Buju Banton, Maxi Priest, Skip Marley, the Wailers, and the Minister of Culture, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, are among the many social media users congratulating Toots and the Maytals on their Grammy win.
You know, this actually marks the second Grammy win for Toots and the Maytals after they won Best Reggae Album for True Love in 2004.
That is so true. And in a post on the official Toots and the Maytals Instagram page, a picture was posted of Toots and the album with caption, "Very honored to have hashtag Got to Be Tough win the hashtag Grammy for the Best Reggae Album. A very special way to remember the legacy of Toots Hibbert. We are very grateful to everyone who helped to make this happen. Hashtag Toots Forever. Hashtag Toots and the Maytals." Now, Toots' daughter also gave an acceptance speech where she mentioned that her father was a phenomenal gift to the world, and I'm sure we can all agree with that. So big up to Toots and the Maytals for their Grammy win. So what you got now for the low stress?
So dancehall artist Black Rhino returns on the scene to not only launch a brand new music video for his single Pedestal, but to also show off a drastically bleached skin tone. Now the DJ appears in the music video looking several shades lighter than what fans have grown accustomed to seeing. Even though he hits some slick sounding bars on the new song, Rhino's new complexion is nearly impossible to avoid.
Yeah, we come back for the world where them a beg for. Bad up the place already.
Creating quite a distraction on social media. The once dark-skinned DJ who proudly dubbed himself Black Rhino when he launched his career in 2005 under the mighty Portmore Empire seemed to be quite happy and content with his skin tone and least bit bothered though by his fans' reaction. He posted several photos on IG showing off his new look and to promote his new track. Me live my life for me, not for the crowd, he wrote. Me don't want nobody feel like them have the right to tell me what to do with myself. People bleach every day. You'll be alright. Some fans, however, are having mixed feelings about this unexpected change from the DJ. While a few are giving him thumbs up, others have openly bashed the DJ, hurling phrases like, yo, it's just self-hate. Several of them even suggested that he should now change his name because Black Rhino just no longer fit the description. White Rhino or maybe just Rhino would work better.
Well, maybe this is something he wanted to do all along.
Yup. After all, his former mentor, the world boss himself, Vybz Kartel, and one-time Gaza members were prominent skin bleachers. So really and truly, it's no surprise there.
So, from Toots and the Maytals taking the 2021 Grammy for Best Reggae Album
to Black Rhino's new color, who do you think took social media this week?
Well, that's for another conversation. Check it before you click it because once you hit send, you may be a social media high or low.
And that's your social media highs and lows. Catch us next Wednesday for What's Buzzing.
I'm Shanice.
And I'm Tris. Bye.
All right, thank you there, Shanice and Tris. Bye.
I really feel say Black Rhino take it, you know.
Yeah.
But we can't call him Black Rhino again. We'll call him something.
Well, you know, like Tris said,
Rhino?
just Rhino.
Rhino.
He just
or,
Rhino.
Or clear Rhino. Oh, boy. All right, so guess what? We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Tile Arcade. You drive Lucy. We stock toilets, basins, granite countertops, porcelain, tin set, grout, doors, faucets, shower enclosures, glass blocks, and so much more. Call us 810-9069, WhatsApp 807-8840. The time by Tile Arcade is...
It is 8:46 p.m. on a beautiful Wednesday. And, of course, we're getting ready to have a little chit-chat, of course, with our very own colleague here, DJ Sunshine. Now that Spotify is in Jamaica, what does this mean for the industry? And we'd like to get her views on that. So we're just waiting to make the connection
Join
with Sunshine.
her.
Yeah.
But while we wait for DJ Sunshine, Spotify is a digital music podcast and video streaming service that gives you access, or that gives access rather, to millions of songs and other content from artists all over the world.
Right.
Basic functions such as playing music are totally free, but you can also choose to upgrade to Spotify Premium. So, yeah, it's that online platform. I mean, now that we've reached a stage where the music industry itself, it's all about numbers, and people are saying numbers don't lie.
Right.
So, you know, that's where the conversation is going now. And will Spotify even change the way we view some of our the dancehall entertainers and reggae as well? Who is dominating the streets? Will that be enough? Or in order to be considered an artist who is dominating, you also have to be dominating the streams as well?
Well, you know, one of the things, and I agree with that, because, you know, obviously the whole landscape has now, the music landscape, the entertainment landscape has been now totally digitized in a lot of ways. And a lot of things now, it's not necessarily dependent on the streets, as you were saying, but it all seems to depend on views and numbers and so on. But do you think that it's an authentic representation of what is happening in terms of people are looking at something and they record the person looking at it? Are they really for it? Are they feeling it like how you'd probably get a true energy from the streets or from some other platform? This is just really binary. It's very just a lot of numbers, you know, back and forth. What are your thoughts on that in terms of...
I hear your question, but the truth is, it is the way of the world. Like
right now,
the movers and shakers, they are looking at numbers. They're looking at how many numbers are you able to pull in. and depending on your numbers, then your numbers ultimately will become your pulling power, your power to be in certain circles and a part of certain conversations. So whether or not we can question the authenticity of it or if it works, that is just the direction and what people, the movers and shakers are looking at to determine your, for want of a better term, your level.
Yeah, all right. Well, guess what? We do have DJ Sunshine online.
Why isn't she on Zoom?
Is she on Zoom? Or a Sunshine big buckle that in the, but you know easy. Sunshine, you there, darling?
Hi, Dora. Okay, Dora. So like Bones and I, we were talking before, welcome to the conversation. We just started this way with Spotify being in Jamaica and just not DJ Sunshine, IRFM's radio DJ, but also in the capacity of a producer and an artist. What do you think this means for dancehall and reggae industry?
I mean, when we're talking over the years about our music and our music not getting the proper exposure and get it to the level that it needs to evolve. And here comes this popular streaming platform, Spotify. It can only benefit us.
Most definitely.
A little subscription fee of $9.95, I mean, you stand to gain much more than that. And what we find is that still a lot of people in the industry, producers, artists alike, they're not doing their research as it relates to these platforms and how they can get in these platforms.
All right, so we're trying to see if we can get your signal a little better. We're hearing you, but not in the best way we want to hear you. Tell us a little bit, with your experience with these platforms, how do you see the benefit, especially that it's now available in this region of the world? Break it down. Give us some specifics, if you can, in terms of how it will benefit the artist or the industry once now that this platform is available here.
As I understand it, where I still need to do a little bit more research myself.
Yeah.
But as I understand it, once it opens up in this area, then there'll be more of a spotlight on our music in the region, instead of it just being one big database that is not divided, not in terms of, for want of a better word, but in terms of the focus.
Yeah.
Now being Jamaica, and then you have the other regions, instead of it being just one platform. That's my understanding at this point. But like I said, I still need to do a little bit more research
on it, yes.
But Spotify has built their name. So far, I've not heard anything negative. So at this point, I'm thinking it can only benefit us.
Earlier, before you came on, Sunshine, Bones and I were talking about, the streets and streaming. Music now has gone in a direction where it's basically a numbers game. People look at your numbers. Therefore, do you feel like to appeal to a wider audience per se, that entertainers will have to create more commercial music as opposed to just keeping it, street?
At this point, our music has evolved into what we now call trap dancehall. I believe it's evolved in that direction because we're trying to get that international appeal. However, I think we have lost our culture somewhat. And if you, based on history, it's mostly Murder She Wrote is still a big song internationally.
Yep.
Sim Simmer is still a big song, and that is a dancehall street song. Do they want to hear the trap dancehall? Is it
All right, son, we seem to be losing you a bit there, Sunshine. I want to make sure your signal is strong. I want to be able to hear what you're saying.
I'm not stand up in my kitchen.
Well, let me ask you,
Dora, move away from the stove. Move away from the stove.
Love your belly too much, man.
Because I don't do the cooking thing. Sounding now.
Yes,
you're sounding much better since you move away from the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right, so
I think I should keep it in the bedroom.
Well, yes. Yes. Well.
Yeah.
All right, so if you could just go over what you were saying, because we lost you there with a little bit of breaking transmission.
You're saying Murder, She Wrote and Sim Simma.
Big songs, yes.
They're still big songs, Mr. Nancy Bam Bam. They're still big songs internationally. So we based on history, we nationally people want to hear the authentic dancehall. So if it is involved into a trap dancehall, we can't be shoot them and say, boy, them need to be doing the more authentic stuff. That's just how it is, you know. The weather changes. Sometimes it's spring, sometimes it's autumn, you know, sometimes it's summer. And we have to give them a chance and to experiment. Because maybe it will work eventually. We don't know. You know, and people are enjoying it. The international appeal is not there at this point, but I think what goes around come around, if you know what I mean.
It's a circle.
Eventually we'll get back there.
All right, now Sunshine, as a producer yourself, how, and what you have researched so far, how do you see this really benefiting you now in terms of? I mean, there's a promotional aspect of it, but in terms of sales, tell us a little bit about in terms of what you see it. Because I know you do other platforms for producing your music and so on.
Right.
How do you see this?
Well, you can seriously earn from these platforms, you know.
Yeah.
You can, if you have your thing registered properly, you can earn from these platforms. I mean, you earn from YouTube.
Yes.
And other streaming platforms. But you will also earn from Spotify.
Right. Wonderful.
You can only put some more money in your pocket.
Right.
Sunshine, do you think Spotify now will perhaps redefine who is dominating dancehall? For instance, hot in the street but weak on the streams.
Right, that's a good one.
Boy, some people gonna get a wake up call. Let's just put it that way.
That's tomorrow, by the way.
Huh?
That's tomorrow morning, by the way.
Right.
6 a.m.
6 to 10 to be exact.
Just thought we'd throw that in there.
A lot of them will be strong enough to handle it.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to work a little bit hard.
So what you're saying is that they're going to be surprised because what they thought was so is no longer so? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Sort of things, you know. And I hear some little rumors as it relates to the numbers on YouTube. I just a little rumor. I don't know how true it is. You know. But, you know, we'll see tomorrow morning.
Okay. That is, my Sunshine, I don't know where you're standing up in your house, you know, but you need an antenna up on top of that roof. I tell you.
What you saying now? We have to go stand up on top of the roof. You hearing me?
We're hearing you much. We're hearing you much better now.
But you're in and out. You're in and out sometimes.
So in other words,
stand up right here, so.
Don't move.
Yes.
Don't move.
In other words, you're saying that Spotify will definitely redefine what we or dancehall and reggae lovers consider to be dominance within the industry. Do you also believe then, Dora, like a lot of fans are probably still at YouTube and perhaps there should be like, you know, some awareness campaigns as it relates to better understanding Spotify, understanding the platform. Do you foresee that is something that is necessary or eventually people will catch on?
It's always good to bring awareness.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I still need to do a little bit more research.
Right.
You know, and listeners may say, oh, what is Spotify? What am I talking about? YouTube, my thing there. Or the music, you know, digital. But it's always good to bring awareness in the market. You know, sometimes people don't really like changes. You know, they're used to streaming on one particular platform and they've gotten comfortable with it. So there's always, you know, it can't hurt to bring awareness.
What I would advise a lot of these people, especially producers or people who want to highlight their thing, as they say, sunshine, heavy research needs to be done, and knowing the mechanics of how the platform works and how you can earn from it. Because as much as COVID has come around, that is why these platforms have really gone really strongly now, because people have to rely on online everything. So
I know Dora also in like an earlier question, like in looking at entertainers having to perhaps reevaluate their content, considering the platform being there, that you spoke particularly as it relates to lyrics. But the truth is, when you look at we've always been competing with the world, but through these platforms that are streamlining it, persons may want to look at their content when in the creation process to re-evaluate and sort of ask themselves serious question. Who are my core audience? Who am I appealing to? Who will reach this song? Will they stream it? Like, these are some serious questions that will have to come up in the creation process, as opposed to creating a track just thinking one-dimensional that you want to bust the dance because it is no bigger than busting the dance.
That is exactly what I was to say.
Everything about place, all of the music them have a place, You have some songs that them come and, them now go past the airport, but it makes you happy and you have fun with it at the time. Everything can be on the same level.
Exactly.
You have to have a balance in life, right? But I'm going to tell you this. When I did the Fire Start review, talking about, 2016 thereabout? That's a rhythm with Champion Boy and and so on.
Right. Big rhythm.
At that time, I had a cameraman, a photographer at the time, following me around on the set of Champion Boy.
Right.
And we got so many good pictures of the moment we were shooting that particular video.
Right.
And some of the man them they tough up them face on me. And I said, boy, I wonder if me are over to the thing, why me have this cameraman following me around capturing this video shoot. And they were really basically laughing at me.
Right.
Because they have admitted it to me, even in recent times. And they talk about it all the time now.
Right.
That visuals are very important. That is where we are now.
Essential.
The problem with the visuals now is that we do not now have enough directors, videographers in the industry. And the ones that we have, the prices are ridiculous. So I am saying to a man, if you charge me $1 million to shoot a video, I'm not going to make about $1 million.
No way.
Based on what's happening now. So for it to be more beneficial to us, you need to charge me a rate that I'll benefit from and you'll also benefit from. And I'll keep coming.
No,
but most people that you speak to, they're only looking at today and boy, X amount I want to earn from this, and this is what my price is. And they don't care if you make or not, kind of thing.
Well,
and then the professionalism behind it.
Yes.
It's
ridiculous.
It's just a lot,
Well, I tell you, you mentioned about how important the visuals are. We really were hoping to see you on Zoom tonight. There's no visual
but
of you.
But due to circumstances, I don't know.
I don't
cooking.
know. Me know, because I asked her, where is she?
Where is DJ Sunshine?
She must say, research. Research.
I had a little show with my best fish died a while ago, so it's like me not so tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I understand
But visuals are very important, with all these social media platforms and all these streaming platforms. People want to see. People want to get a feel of what is happening. There's so many opportunities in this industry. More time you want somebody to do a simple little thing, and it is so very necessary to the production and what you'd like to to do, and you can't find nobody to do it.
Right.
I think what this period is going to show us, and it has already been teaching us as we go along the way, is that we have to centralize, we have to be strategic, we have to come up with innovative and creative ways, and it is forcing a lot of us to do research and understand where the world is, because through COVID we have slowed down a bit. A lot of persons are doing a lot of introspection as well, and just looking at how they can better present their material, present their content in all aspects, not just music, but across the board and in our daily lives as well. So, Dora, thank you. I mean, DJ Sunshine, producer, radio DJ / presenter. Thank you so much for sharing, and artist.
Sunshine, we not live, so you're here.
Next time you come on
talk
Zoom.
to you. You're not easy.
No problem, man. Another time, but I'm in mourning. I have to go and have a little burial for my fish right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
And so on. Keep a little night. Make sure it's less than 10 people. You know?
Right. And make sure it's near the ocean, eh?
Right. And isn't it past curfew time? So, I am sure it is inside, indoors.
Yeah, we're going to keep it in the yard, We're going to give it a whole little plot in the yard.
All right.
All right, within the confines of your own gating space or gated space. So you should be fine.
Thanks, Sunshine. Great having you. And of course, we'll link up.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
All
Awesome.
right, DJ Sunshine there, artist, producer, and radio DJ / presenter. Spotify, it's a big deal, Bones. And, as we watch it, and we're happy for the move, and we hope our entertainers will also capitalize on this opportunity, because undoubtedly it is likely to change the landscape of the industry, and also what we consider, or what the industry considers, as it relates to who are run dancehall or who are run reggae or who is the hottest.
Right. All right, well, guess what? We're talking about dancehall and reggae. We're going to be talking about the movies now. And, of course, we're now going to go to the feature at the movies with Maisha Brody. Here we go.
Lights, camera, action. Hey, movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. You love listening to the radio. I also know that you enjoy screen time, whether it's watching your favorite Netflix series or catching up on one of your favorite local films or plays. So stay tuned for the latest movie news. Can you imagine a movie or animated film showcasing stories you grew up hearing? Stories like Anansi, River Mama, and Old Haig. Well, two talented Jamaican writers and filmmakers are working on projects that could see many Jamaicans beam with pride as they watch aspects of the Jamaican culture play out on the big screens. Awardees of the Jafta Porter Screenwriting Fellowship, Mezan Ayoka and Tanya Batson Savage, are working on their projects with Tari Vale, aka River Mama, and Old Haig respectively. But why is it important that such cultural stories be told in this day and age? Mezan Ayoka shared her perspective with At the Movies.
I think it's important for Jamaicans and even just people in the region to be able to see our own stories on the screen. I mean, I grew up watching a lot of cable, seeing a whole lot of white kids run up and down, seeing a lot about, European, I love mythology, so seeing a lot of Greek myth. But other than going to national pantomime and, of course, reading literature, I haven't been able to see a lot of Jamaican culture on the screen. And when this opportunity came up for the Jafta Porter Fellowship, I thought this is just the right time. There's a lot of other stuff going on in my life, and it just became the right moment to dive into Jamaican culture and tell this story. I mean, at the heart of it, yes, it's about River Mama, but it's also about community. It's about being able to reconnect with your community through looking at your past, looking at your culture, looking at your identity. And I think those kinds of themes are just really relevant right now. And if you can throw your culture in, if you can throw a few scares in, a little magic, it is just going to be amazing.
Writer of Old High, Tanya Batson Savage, shares a similar sentiment. She explained the storyline of her project, Old High.
Old High is a fantasy story, as the name suggests, about a young girl who, although she's afraid of magic, discovers that she does have magical powers. And this story explores her coming to terms with that, her understanding herself and the role and importance of family, and eventually coming to terms with the loss of her mother, who was tragically taken from her when she was only 6 years old. Our stories matter. Who we are, or history, or culture, or mythology, or folklore is just as valid and vibrant as the stories we have got from Europe, or Anansi stories, or stories of rolling calf. They're an intrinsic part of who we are as a Jamaican people. And while I do create stories that I believe should be showcased to the world, the first audience I think about are my Jamaican people. We are vibrant, and we are interesting, and we are engaging, and we deserve to see ourselves, all aspects of ourselves, and that includes our folk culture, not just our contemporary life.
Writer of Old High, Tanya Batson Savage, and before her, writer of Watari Vale, Mezen Ayoka. I just can't wait to see these two projects be produced into actual films, and I hope you are excited too. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Maisha. Awesome job as usual.
We're up for a break. We'll be right back.
The time brought to you by IRI FM is...
It's 10 minutes after 9. And, of course, we are very happy to present to you our music artists. So every week we create a platform for young talent to shine. And, of course, this week our music artist is a brother by the name of Yared. I hope I got it right. Yared is on Zoom with us. Yared, welcome.
Welcome, Yared.
Oh, can you hear me?
We're hearing you loud, brother. How you doing, Yared?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. How are you?
We're good to have you. Yared, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get your stage name, Yared?
Well, that's actually my birth name, so it's not really a stage name. It's my friend with it, you know?
All right, that's good. And, of course, how would you best describe your musical style? If somebody should ask, what kind of artist is Yared? Who is Yared? How would you sell yourself? How would you tell your fans who you are? How would you describe your style?
Well, my style is more of a international style, like R&B, hip hop fused with reggae and dancehall. Okay. So it's like thinking like a mixing pot of that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Take us on your musical journey. How did it begin for Yared?
Well, it started at birth, you know. I came up home and singing, but
singing,
singing, really crying, you know. But from a kid, you know, it really was instilled with me through my parents, you know, hearing a lot of different varieties of music, from reggae all the way to like jazz, and just a different variety of music, you know, since I was a kid. And it just been instilled from me. I did like studio performances as a young kid, just going in the studio and kind of getting a feeling, you know, going on a mic, not even know what I'm doing, but you know, just having fun.
How did you gain access to the studio as a kid?
Well, one of my moms had a friend who had like a recording studio in his basement, and I always like sing in the shower and you know, sing. When I was young, I used to like sing out my window to my neighbors, and my mom was just like, you know, let me take him to the studio and, you know, introduce him and see what he could do. And it just started from there, you know?
All right. What are you promoting now, Yared? What's your most recent project? What are you working on?
Well, I have a single out right now called I Got You. It's more of an Afrobeat dancehall fusion record.
Nice.
And we're we're kind of promoting that right now. Right now, I'm actually on the ground in Jamaica, just networking with different artists and different people, and just on the ground, just making connections.
All right.
Can you introduce this track for us?
When you say introduce, like
what we're gonna do,
Yared, drop it.
We're gonna
drop it. So you introduce it. You hype it up, Yared.
Do it the right way, brother. Come on now. Don't be no.
You get just one shot.
Yeah, let's do it the right way. Bring it in. Bring it home.
Now, this is your boy Yared, straight from the States. And this song right here is my newest single titled I Got You. Check it out on Irie FM.
Big.
Love you for a long time, and I don't wanna wait a long while. My love ain't coming on strong. I know you felt it through the grapevine. Heard your ex-man calling up your phone now. Tell that motherfucker slow down. You left it in the past. This gon' be the last thing you ever asked me, yeah. I thought the games, it was over. You wanna waste mine or a soldier. I never be the one to fall up. So let me be the one to show ya, yeah. You know I got you, baby, yeah. I never ever need you turn around, yeah. You know you drive me crazy, yeah. You don't know what you're doing to me. You know I got you, baby, yeah. I never ever need you turn around, yeah. You know you drive me crazy, yeah. You don't know what you're doing to me. Yeah, first class ticket, we a flight, go a Ghana. Yeah, I'm a Tropicana, I'm a mix of banana. Yeah, you never made love on a private jet. Feel it turbulence, you could ride it next. She out of control, she rock my damn pole on a fly deck. Me, love you for a long time. I can't get you out of my mind. It's driving me crazy. Sucko, baby. I know you got you, baby.
Yes, Yared, we hear you, sir.
Yeah. The song definitely have a buzz. Now, before you introduce the song, you said that you were actually in Jamaica at the moment to promote your music, which means you did not allow COVID or the restrictions of the pandemic to put a damper on your plans. Talk to us about how you had to reevaluate what you're doing and as it relates to the pandemic, because it has put a damper on a lot of how we do things, and especially on the entertainment industry. What actually propelled you, irrespective of what's going on, you're going to come to Jamaica and do your promotion regardless?
Well, it's funny because I was supposed to come here from last year in the beginning of like when COVID first started.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It was kind of nerve-wracking because he was hearing a lot of stuff, the travel and can't do this and do that. So I kind of, I was like, all right, let me reevaluate things. Let me get back to the drawing board and think about some things. And this year, 2021, I came here actually in December and I left and I was like, no, I gotta go back because the links I was making when I was down here at this time, I was like, I can't let nothing hold me back. Not even COVID. So I just was like, you know what? I'm going to come here and I'm not going to let anything hold me back and do what I got to do. And I'm here right now,
Mm-hmm.
Yared, in terms of, you've obviously have been very, what you call a rebel against the COVID. It's not stopping you in doing what you have to do. But in terms of career-wise, economics, no shows are keeping. You really can't perform anywhere, without protocols. And, how have you been surviving? What have you been doing to keep yourself relevant and current?
Well, really, I just been really focused on the music and trying to just keep myself relevant, like networking with major artists down here. Social media actually plays an important part during this COVID because everybody's been locked down. It's also also created innovative ways for DJs, artists, any type of artist where you are, because now you see like DJs going live.
Right.
On it's like this. It's become like a trend with DJs going live, people doing live performances. I wouldn't say it has really affected me in any way. It just made me more focused on trying to perfect my craft and, you know, just work on work on better music, you know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You spoke about being here to re-establish your links and create new links and working with artists. Who are some of the persons that you're actually working with? Producers, entertainers? Talk to us.
Well, I don't want to say any names as of yet because we're just talking and stuff right now. Yeah, I don't really want to say too much names because I have a couple of secrets up my sleeve. I want to surprise the people, you know? So
that's fair. I can understand that. But like this song that we just played for you a while ago, and we, you know, some people listening to the radio, they heard it, they're feeling that vibe, they're loving it. They want to do some work with you, maybe a virtual show or maybe a collab or something. How can they get to Yared? Do you have a management? And tell us your social media handles. How can people get to you?
Management is Duffel Bag Music. You can check us out at Duffel Bag MG on Instagram.
Okay.
Also, you can check me out at _Yared Official on Instagram. Once again, that's _YARED OFFICIAL Yared Official.
Okay.
All right, Yared.
Go ahead.
I was saying thank you so much for stopping by and sharing with us. We really wish you all the best on your journey. That track just now, it's fire. It's really wicked. It's a nice track. So keep it up. And what would you say your short-term goal is? Where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years musically?
5 years from now, a Grammy, something like that, you know?
All right.
I'm always trying to push the boundaries of music. So yeah, innovating sound. So a Grammy will sound good 5 years from now.
We will remember the name Yared.
Yeah, I remember we interviewed you. So when you're going up to get that speech, when you're going up there, you thank the Lord and then you thank us, right? Good. Just let you know. Yared, thank you so much.
Yared, thank you so much. We wish you all the best.
Big ups, Yared. Wish you all the best, brother.
Having me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the fans. Thank you for the support. Thank you to everybody for tuning in and listening to Irie FM. I appreciate you.
All right, Yared. Respect.
All right, big up. That's Yared, our music artist. He is pretty talented, so you know we'll watch and see. Right here on this very platform, we've had the Grammy-nominated Etana. She was a music artist. Anything at all is possible. So too, Coffee was her music artist, and much more.
Yeah, so that's Yared right there.
I think we have a break, so we're going to go for a quick break. When we come back, guess what? More inside the EBUZZ.
Don't move.
The time brought to you by Irie FM is...
It is now, watch out the time signal now, work with me. Woo! It is now 21 minutes after 9. And of course, I do believe is it Fashion
Forward,
right.
Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop. You know, they keep us in the loop so we know what's happening fashion-wise.
Catch them on side.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
what's hot and what's not,
hip and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion. This week, we look at DJ Lollipop's favorite footwear, Clarks. Yesterday, popular British footwear brand Clarks announced that it was releasing a limited edition Jamaican collection of the Wallaby, Desert, and Bank Robber version of the shoe. The new shoes, dubbed the Jamaica Bee, the Jamaica Trek, and Desert Jamaica, include the national colors along with embellished designs representing the Jamaican flag. The shoes are made from traditional fabrics and includes Clarks' signature logo. Clarks has over the years been the preferred shoe of choice for many Jamaicans, hence the decision to redesign the boots.
I was looking at the site. I really love how them look. I'm really gonna get a pair of those to just add to my collection because I have about 15 pair of Clarks already. By the way, what's the cost of these?
Alright, let's go there. The Black Desert Jamaica and Jamaica Trek retails for £120, while the Yellow Desert Jamaica and Jamaica B cost only £130. The Desert Jamaica and Jamaica B, however, sold out on day one, leaving only the Jamaica Trek for consumers.
Well, that's not bad. It's quite affordable because it would have worked out to probably the same thing out here because I pay like $22,000 for a Clarks.
Alright, so get yourself one. We know that Clarks is the footwear for every occasion. How you wear your Clarks is totally dependent on the type of outfit you are wearing. Formal or casual, a Clarks is always a top go-to option. And ladies, do not feel left out. You can also go ahead and cop yourself a pair.
Ain't nothing sexy like when I see a lady in a Clarks. A female in short shorts with a Clarks. It's just very appealing to me, you know?
Alright, there you have it. Jamaican entertainers have long endorsed the brand through their songs. From Vybz Kartel's Clarks to Javilani's Clarks Pound Foot and Tommy Lee and Shensia's Bridgets and Deserts, the boot is forever topical. The fit is also exceptional.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Clarks is like the national shoes of Jamaica. Even the other day, in the election, we see the politician them showcasing Clarks like it was a Clarks election. If you want it to look good and well fitted on your foot, you have to buy it a bit smaller than your foot. So that way you just have to fold your toe them in it. You see me? I will just bear the pain so your Clarks can look neat on your foot. I'll say you have to know if you carry your Clarks them too, to keep them clean. And you can't just have one pair of Clarks. Because Clarks are not something you just wear every day, one Clarks every day. The Clarks always have to look fresh and clean. So I recommend you put it in the fridge. Keep the suede them alive.
Alright, there you have it from DJ Lollipop. The relationship though between Clarks and Jamaican entertainers are mutual. We have seen where the brand has endorsed our local entertainers by sharing their images on its social media pages wearing the boots. From Lila Ike to Chronix and Javilani. The brand inked a deal with football star Raheem Sterling and gave a shoe to each student at his alma mater. Clarks also announced that they're partnering with Grammy Kid Coffee and their foundation Families Rule.
It's a good look from Clarks and it's good to see them acknowledge Jamaica and combine Clarks with the culture.
Definitely. That's it for Fashion Forward this week. I'm Shamara.
And I'm DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
See you next week.
All right, so that's
All right,
Fashion
thank
Forward.
you there, DJ Lollipop and Shamara for Fashion Forward. Some good information there for, especially for Clarks lovers. And big up to Clarks Original.
You know, the most interesting part of that is when he says, put your Clarks in the fridge.
You mean they didn't find fold up your toes?
Well, that is just straight silly. Me couldn't put me not squeeze up my toe them there way.
Right.
Whoa.
But I mean, just for style. But you see, you know, Lollipop is always keeping it 100. And the things people do for fashion, you know?
I tell you, sometimes when you make a phone call, and when you get the phone call, it ring out, and what do you get at the end of that ring out?
Voicemail.
You get, hey. That's silly two of them, you know. So, we would like to welcome voicemail. Me see one of them in the supermarket the other day. I won't tell you which one.
Who, Craig or Kevin?
I mean, I tell you, and in both, you know, let's just say he has some pretty little daughters with him walking around in the supermarket. So, I must Kevin. Kevin and...
Well, voicemail, welcome.
What's up, voicemail? Hey.
Wagwan.
No, I feel so inclined to say Happy New Year and all of that because we haven't had voicemail on for a minute. So really, welcome. It's good to have you.
You were saying something, Kevin?
No, I was saying big up Kishima, big up Owens, big up the whole Irish family. You know the thing go.
All right. I know I heard something there. It's good to have you brothers on the program tonight. I mean, it's been a minute.
Yeah, man.
So, you know.
Yeah, respect. It's been a while for real.
Yeah, man. So many changes. What's happening in the business, of course, because we haven't seen you pre-COVID. We haven't, you know, had a chat like this on the radio. How have you guys been doing with the COVID pandemic?
Yeah.
We have to ask this question of everybody, especially in this business, because it affects us seriously. How have you?
I mean, we've been coping. You know, we've been making the best of it. You know, we are Jamaican, you know, so, you know, maneuver around whatever situation there is and, you know, get creative. You know, I personally feel this COVID, this pandemic, I should say, created different opportunities in different areas that we maybe wouldn't pay attention to if it was, on the road touring and all of that. So, we're making the best of, as they would say, a bad situation.
And even with you, Craig, I understand that you have, in addition to your music, baking is now a thing that you do. Talk to us about Beg Your Peace. Your baking company.
Yeah. Well, like again, when the company was created, at that particular time, I should be on tour.
Right.
So, well, I mean, like I said, we find creative ways of we use the time. I mean, baking has been, well, the kitchen is a passion of mine that my close friends know, and I wanted to share that with the fans. We're more in a heavy content side of the business now, where music is concerned. We're naturally in a content business, as you know. So, I personally always I get beaten from a friend of mine. I said, brother, you need to start making some money off of them pastry, them taste too good. So, I mean, I decided to try off it. I really supposed to be doing a cafe, but as you know, COVID kind of shift up the thing. So for now, Beg Your Peace, I go on with a nice little vibe, and it's doing extremely well. Yeah, there's no better way to keep it than Yared.
So
big vibe out, nice little vibe.
But Craig, tell us a little bit about the type, some of the what are the offerings with the pastries now? Is it a long? Yeah, tell us what you bake.
Well, yeah, we keep it basic. I still have to find time to do the music, because music are the first love. I have a saying that music and food is the best relationship. So we just keep it Jamaican, banana bread, carrot cake, coconut bread pudding, potato pudding, torta, and a thing called pumpkin lemon, which is very, very, very popular, the vegan side of the world. So it's been doing extremely well. I don't use regular sugar, I use coconut sugar. And of course, the vegan fans, them gonna use that egg and none of that. So it's still on the healthy side. So if you're working out and want some nice pastry with garlic scrape it, Beg Your Peace is the way to go, man.
How about you, Kevin? Has COVID propelled you to start doing any innovative or creative things? I saw recently where you basically participated in a conversation as it relates to mental health, which is an important subject matter. First, you can perhaps tell us what was your takeaway from that reasoning, and then you can also talk to us about what new business you have started since COVID.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've learned a lot of stuff. Even just by that conversation alone. That I normally, I mean, as we spoke about with the gentleman, his name is Jay Barnett. He's a what they call it, not a psychologist but a therapist.
Okay.
If I can call it that. And it's something that we Jamaicans don't know, because as a lot of men have mental health issues because of growing up situations, you know what I mean? Because we grow up in a situation where men not supposed to show certain emotions, or you know what I mean, we hide a lot of things because of trying to be masculine all the time and trying to not show a weak side per se.
Right.
And so that in itself has taught me a lot, and I mean, and I even reflect back to even the situation with Delos, God rest his soul. You know what I mean, because it was said that he was struggling with mental issues, and then even since having that conversation with Jay Barnett, I have gotten a lot of calls from even close friends who expressed to me that they actually have been struggling with mental health issues, and it was like situations where they might get a call from a bridging or whatever, and them just basically just say what upon the mind by chance. You know what I mean? So it's a thing where it's around us, and we just never take notice because we think that everybody all right. You never really know, because a lot of us put on a good face sometimes and not show our true emotions. You know what I mean? So that is definitely something that is that is very key to knowing what's going on with us. We need to check in on our peoples, and I mean, and Just to add to that, you know, you can check out the conference. It's gonna be on June 1st to 2nd, at the Jamaica Pegasus. So that same guy Jay Barnett will be in Jamaica for that. So you can definitely, just to know what's going on. You know what I mean? You never know, because as I say, you have a lot of people put on a good face. So you never know who is going through what, and especially in what we're going through now. A lot of people losing their jobs. A lot of people are at home with people that they never normally at home with. So spending so much time with that, things kind of get away. So yeah,
I can add something to that.
Sure.
Of course.
I've been having a lot of conversation about this topic. I have friends who call me because I believe that you must have that somebody we can just open up and share everything with.
Yeah.
Whether or not society I tell you about not trust people and all that, you have to trust somebody.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah. I personally feel like mental health is one of the issues that is contributing to a lot of what's going on where crime is concerned in our country. Because like Kevin said, some man feel like certain things I'm not for sure where emotion is concerned. And the ladies them who have even the woman them will have a man.
Yeah.
Can take a minute and just step aside from your own desire for a minute and just ask him, really ask him what's going on. The best relationship is a blunt one, and my person said that to me, and it hit me different because a lot of us feel like we can't share certain things. You know what I mean? So I personally feel it is very important to have that somebody we can talk to, because a conversation can save life. Believe it.
Absolutely.
It definitely does do that.
And just to add something to that too, mental health affects women as well. So it just comes down to a space where men and women need to communicate more. And I think communication too is one of our biggest problem. And even that fear of being judged and being, victimized, and people some persons, once you say mental health, them just say, okay,
mad people.
Mad. That kind of discrimination. People don't want that. So they just continue to internalize until they explode.
One of the things that has to be focused on, especially with men, men are very proud people. They know that something.
We are. And that is why we hide a lot of things.
Everything is masked and everything is hidden. And sometimes there's a serious imploding going on in the person. And sometimes you will just say something. And it's a slight thing that will just trigger the whole gamut.
Trigger all of that,
because it is just there waiting to come out. And a lot of times, as you said, it is good to check in with your people, talk to people all the time. Because you never know. You just never really know.
Watch this, boy. We have a thing called Bum Day, right?
Yeah.
Where we just bum out. We just not do nothing. We just play video game, cook, bake, just gallop on. And then we have a next thing named Come Out of Kingston. Just try and go somewhere.
Nice.
All of those things help me. It's called, and sometimes I just put on the phone, I detach from social media. It sounds weird, but you have to take a minute. It's important.
You have to
disconnect. No, I don't have the time. What you talking about? Everybody have time. I have to just fight it. You know what I mean?
True.
We are creative. We are creative people.
Yeah.
So we need a minute sometime.
You have to
disconnect. All of those things contribute to help it.
You have to disconnect and you have to strike a balance with your life.
And it helps also with your creative juices. I mean, your creative juices will just flow once you're able to plug out and take some time for yourself.
Man. You have to disconnect to reconnect,
Absolutely. But. And to tackle the problem, the root cause, parents will have to change the narrative. How we communicate with our children, we have to allow them to express themselves. We have to allow them to embrace their various emotions, boy or girl. You have to allow them to go through the process. And that is how we can have a different society, different men and women who know how to communicate.
And that is how you're going to know what your child or children is going through. Because if you don't allow them to speak or allow them to express themselves, you will never know nothing. So the best way to know what your child is going through or know what your child is feeling. It's to listen to them, you know.
My daughter
express
call me
themselves.
100 times for the day, 100 zillion times. Even if you just say, "Daddy, what you doing?" You get me?
And
It
tell
don't
her what you're
matter.
doing.
But
Tell her what you're doing. Just tell her.
exactly.
You
You
know,
know
make
what I
her
mean?
know
So
that you're
honestly,
accessible.
something that
This is a
important.
topic that we could go on and on all night with because it's an interesting topic. It's a reality
To be
topic.
continued.
Yeah, but
To
voicemail
be
the group.
continued. But talk to us about your new single that you're promoting right now, Voicemail.
Come my way.
Come My Way. You also have a
Yeah,
challenge that is only for India, but we're going to get to that in a minute because
Yeah.
I want to hear from the rest of the world. But talk to us
Well-
about Come My Way.
Well, come my way. We have to big up our Latin family. You know, Cheeky Dubs from Panama, one of the number one DJs in Panama. You know what I mean? In Latin America, I should say. You know, we met up with Cheeky Dubs 2 years ago.
Right.
And it was an instant band. You know what I mean? He's the one that do all the tours for Voicemail in Latin America, and he's also a producer.
Right.
So we were touring Panama in 2019, Kevin, right? 2019.
Right.
2018 to be exact.
Yeah, and we decided to do some music with Cheeky, and the first single that we did was a song called "Selfie." You know, we did that video also in Panama. And Cheeky was like, "Yo, this was so good. We need to do some more work." The crazy thing is, both videos were shot one time. So it was in Panama and Colombia. You know, and Cheeky, with the whole pandemic, everything kind of changed up. So it shifted this year, which everything happened for a reason. And it's been doing extremely awesome. Like I said, the Latin market is one of the market that Voicemail just got introduced to in terms of them finally get to it, like 2-3 years ago.
Right.
And it's been overwhelming ever since. So this song is doing extremely well, especially in India.
Tell us about the challenge, though, the Come My Way challenge that is exclusive to India and why India?
Well, first and foremost, big up a dancer by the name of Sheriff. I think it's Sheriff. She kind of expressed to us that, you know what I mean, the song was doing extremely well on her side, and you know, a lot of the dancers, the dancing community was loving the song and whatnot. So we decided to do a challenge, and at first we were just gonna do a general challenge for the world.
Right.
You know, then after conversations, we decided to, you know what, let us just focus on give India their time, and then now we'll move over. We'll go to Latin America, then we'll come back home. So we kind of just basically just separating the challenges. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Right,
okay.
Wow. So you know, we would love to hear this song, this great song that you're promoting here. So introduce it. Let's let the people hear it. Who I introduce?
Right now. This are the buzz. That song here are the buzz.
Yeah.
The song have the buzz. So right now, IRFM locking down. Come my way. Cheeky Dubs, Voicemail, buzz right now. You know what I'm saying?
Buzz it.
Come my way. Hey. Come my way. Come my way. Yeah. Come my way. Ooh, yeah. I want you to come close, mommy. I'm talking about next to me, yeah. I see that you're kinda shy, not like them other guys. No need to be scared of me. Wipe the fear from your face, mommy, yeah. All I need is just the time. I know I can ease your mind.
You were in the shower, in the midst of all the flowers, something like a diamond. I could see the shine in your eyes, so unforgettable. I had to get at you, make up an excuse just to say a word or two.
I want you to come close, mommy. I'm talking about next to me, yeah. See that you're kinda shy, not like them other guys.
Not like them other guys.
From the face, mommy. All I need is just the time. Come on, I can ease your mind. Come on, yeah. Come on, yeah. I want you to come close, mommy. I'm talking about next to me, yeah. See that you're kinda shy, not like them other guys. No need to be scared of me.
Wipe the fear from your face, man. All I need is just a sound. I know I can ease your mind. You want a shower in the midst of all the flowers. Something like a diamond. I could see the shine in your eyes. So unforgettable. I had to get at you. Make up an excuse just to say a word or two. I want you to come close, man. I'm talking about next to me, yeah. That some kind of shy, not like them other guys. No need to be scared of me. Wipe the fear from your face.
So you're also working on your individual projects as well. We see where you've both put out singles, Craig from Goody Come Out and When Was the Last Time to Where Is the Love, and Kevin, your single Love and Skid and Steady. Are you working on additional material as solo artist? Tell us what we can expect, and also individually, apart from Come My Way, is there anything else for voicemail and then individually?
Yes, man.
What's going on?
Let's talk about voicemail first, the big boss.
Okay.
So we have, of course, the Come My Way out now, and funny enough, that song that we did couple months back called Bumper Word, that's doing extremely well on the European side, you know what I mean? So I have to big up Mike on that. Also have new music coming from Frankie Music, I think called Antisocial.
Antisocial, yeah.
So you can definitely look out for that, They have a thing called the evolution of voicemail. They have Kevin B and you have Craig with a Q. You know what I mean? I've explained this a couple of times. People find it funny, but they understand what I mean. Voicemail is like the body. Yeah. Say you're going to the gym, you know what I mean? You have to get the body stronger and muscles growing and all of that. That's what the individual brands is doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Kevin is strengthening Kevin B and Craig with a Q is strengthening Craig with a Q. But together, everything is still voicemail. But Kevin has fans, me have fans. So we cater to the different type of fans. And I mean, Kevin have music that he wants to write on the record that he wouldn't say, all right, let's do it as voicemail. But just doing it as Kevin, because Kevin expressing Kevin and Craig expressing Craig. You know what I mean? So I have a couple singles out, you know what I mean? I have so much.
Well,
the Words of Love doing extremely well now.
That was a question I wanted to ask you in terms of each member who has a single career or single projects coming out. Are we looking at just singles coming from Kevin, singles coming from Craig, or are we looking at an album from each?
Well, you're going to get mixtapes and EP and stuff like that from the individual brands. You know what I mean? Leading up to the voicemail album. Like I said, it's all on an evolution of the brands, so to speak. You know what I mean? So you have the Kevin B stuff them and Craig with a Q stuff them. At first, people find it confusing. I guess because they never understand what we were doing, but now that they see what we're doing, they're like, okay, that's what's up. So it's just more music
and it will
for the fans.
And it will strengthen the brand voicemail. It's sort
definitely.
Like
and that's pretty much what it's been doing.
Yeah. It's sort of like that group Lost. Everybody has a whole single career.
Individual, exactly.
Individual thing, and then when they come together, it really enhances what's going on, especially on stage.
Yeah.
So we're looking
for Where's the Love? Everybody out there, that was produced by Chimney Records.
Right.
And the main single that I'm promoting right now is called When Was the Last Time? Where I'm asking the ladies, because women have been saying lately, them done in love, we love her going all of these things. So I'm asking the ladies, when was the last time a man just catered to you? When was the last time some rose sent you? When was the last time you fall in love? I posted something yesterday on my Instagram, said don't make the pain and fear of love stop you from falling in love, because love is one of life's greatest treasure. That's what I believe still. So I'm asking, when was the last time? So that's the single that I'm promoting on. It's produced by Messiah Music and Louis J. Society.
Wow.
How about you, Kevin?
Yeah. I mean, well, as you said, Skill and Steady, Your Love has been out for probably about a year and a half or 2 years now, actually.
Yes.
So that one is a not so new single. The single that I'm promoting now is Skill and Steady, which is doing extremely well, especially on Spotify as well. The streams is ridiculous. We're getting ready to shoot the video for that as well. And on the 25th, I'll be dropping my next single, which is Skilladon, which is a follow up to Skill and Steady.
Skill and Steady.
Nice.
You know,
And of
it's
course,
great
I
to
don't know
see.
why Kevin not going like him want to go around the brand.
Oh no, we're not going around it, you know, but we're just, you know, we're not going around it, you know.
Yeah. Because I know me alone, I find time to praise the things in the pandemic. Yeah, you know, Vicefield is known for our fashion sense. So Kevin has a clothing line called Skillachi.
Wow.
So tell them about it.
Nice.
I don't need to tell them about it. You tell them about it.
What are the offerings for the clothing line? What are the offerings? Let us know.
Well, presently we have sweatshirts, pullovers, we have t-shirts. You know what I mean? We have other stuff in the pipeline. We just going through the testing process in terms of getting the products in and making sure that I'm satisfied with them and the whole team is satisfied with the final product, to make sure that when we do unleash those, people are comfortable and loving it. So it's definitely a brand that we are, we put ourselves in competition with the Louis and the Dior's, and that is where we are. You know what I mean? So we have a lot of things.
Well, we're putting in the order from now. 1X or something. All right, just letting you know.
Yeah, man. So for anybody who wants to, just want to check out the gears and make orders, they just go on Skillachi, SKILLV not A, so it's SKILLVCHI clothing, Skillachi clothing on Instagram. You can place your order there with them ship everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? The only place we're not shipping right now, but we still find ways to get around it, is Canada and England, just because of the low flight and thing. But we're finding ways to get around it, because we just did some shipments in the week. So we kind of went through the US and it might take a little longer, but you will get there for sure. You know?
Oh wow, that's really awesome, Kevin and Craig. And I think what I truly appreciate is that, over years and after a time, people grow up, people mature, perspectives change. But irrespective of that, we can see the maturity. You both have your individuality and your own lives, but ultimately voicemail is of importance to you.
Most definitely.
Why is it important to still keep the group afloat?
Definitely. I mean, it started out as fun and family, and it has evolved into blood. You know what I mean? So it's not a brand that we take lightly, and it's not a brand that we want to even mess around with. You know what I mean? So we want the fans that are true voicemail fans to understand that we're not in no way, shape or form, with the intention of tarnishing that name or that brand. You know what I mean? So I mean, that brand also represents dancehall across the world. You know what I mean? So and we understand there,
Mm-hmm. I can imagine when you all get together and with that kind of synergy, like it is difficult not to remember O'Neal, that is.
Yeah, I mean, every moment, there's always that one thing that say, yo, Joe Seagal would I love this, you know what I mean? His presence is with us all the time, man. We carry with everything we do. Just the mere fact that we're evolving and growing, and the music, as you said, we're still steady and firm with the quality of music that Voice may produce, that Kevin V produced, and that Craig with a Q produced. It represents the brand Voicemail. You get what I said? So there's not going to be a moment that he's not present. He's always present in parts.
He's always gonna be mentioned, and there's no way to escape that. You know what I mean? There's no way, and we will not. We definitely don't shy away from that either, or try to hide that.
Of course not.
Because you know what I mean? He was a great part of what voicemail has become. You know what I mean? So there's no way.
Definitely.
We can remove that any time, even if we try.
You know, Kevin and Craig, I was looking through some pictures recently, and I saw a picture with all of us, O'Neill and everybody, And I said, look at that, eh? But, life is so short, we have to live for now, cherish who we have around us.
Indeed.
Most definitely.
And we're just summarizing the whole situation. You're talking about mental illness. These things are real, and they're common. You lose somebody.
Very common. It's just that more people talking about it now. And as Kevin said, with the pandemic that's going on, it's even more crazy. You have a lot of people who don't know how to stay in, A lot of people used to being out. So the mere fact that they have to be in now, problem, man. You have to be careful how you converse with them, because the least little thing trigger them.
Kevin,
you know what I mean?
I want to thank you so much for talking to us. We're getting the rap signal here.
Hey.
Respect.
All the time, man. So the stay tuned, all the fans of the music. Bless up on yourself. You see my bones. Bless up the whole Irish family.
It's you got to do the.
Let's go.
There you go. We gotta go. So let's go. So guess what? Thank you, brothers. Great to have you. And of course, we wish Voicemail all the best. All right, keep doing it.
Yeah, man. Likewise.
Extra large, Kevin. Extra large. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Enough love. Respect Voicemail.
Respect, man. Bless up.
All right, every time.
All right, really great to be talking with Kevin and Craig of Voicemail.
We're up for a break.
Talented group.
We're up for a break.
Stick and stay. Sue forward.
Right back.
For phones, televisions, GPS tracking, chargers, game controllers, software upgrade, and CCT security camera installation. Visit us in Montego Bay or call us at 630-3532 or 971-6227. Android Market Sales and Services. Innovation comes from all directions.
The time is
9:54 or 6
Kaboom!
minutes.
Kaboom! Irie! Them little fool there try copy them fish. Stop it!
The time brought to you by Irie FM is
6 minutes to 10. And of course, we're getting ready. Should we take a few phone calls? Maybe we got none. Oh, the dancehall. Of course, we're going to do the IRFM dancehall chart recap.
Courtney Mack and DJ Brian.
It's dancehall top 10. Count down.
I wonder is who really run dancehall. Who really have the number one song?
All the youths them want.
Who run dancehall?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Number 10 this week was Massacre, I Wish.
Number 9 was Money Enough, Intense.
Number 8 was Bin Laden, Skillibang featuring Tommy Lee.
Number 7 was P.O.P.
Number 6 was Wi-Fi by Dexter Dobbs.
Number 5 was Skillibang, Hot.
Number 4 was On the Dirt, Popcorn, Tommy Lee, and Massacre.
Number 3 was TJ featuring Tommy Lee Sparta, Power Struggles.
Number 2 was Not Perfect by Movado. Wonder if they're ready for the number 1 song for this week. The number 1 song for this week on the IRFM Dancehall Top 10 Countdown is Moonwalk, Vibes Cartel, Squash, number 1.
Kita should ride it off. Kita should ride it off. Kita should ride it off.
Big in her mouth and her pat up. Them gyal have to sit me all with me get your tail lock up. Say the boy nah used to smoke too much tobacco. Say him sitting back up, can't breathe nothing. So she lean.
She ride on the long. Yeah, she take the pain.
Big song or big song. The Guinness Top 10 charts is where it happens. Only big songs make this chart.
Dancehall can't stand.
Dancehall, I mean everything.
All right.
Thank you there, Courtney Mack and DJ Brian. We have some 4 minutes remaining.
We got a caller we got a call online.
Okay.
So let's say, buzz through caller, welcome.
You're live.
Live.
Tashima.
Wagwan.
Yeah, born.
Bless up.
Big up on yourself, you know.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, too.
Who this? What's your name? Where you calling from, brother?
Yeah, man. Froggy from outside Brownstone.
Oh, Froggy. Where's
Froggy
man?
from Brownstone. Big up Brownstone.
Yes, Froggy. Where's man?
Yeah. Big up the artist them all did up on the show a while ago. Big up to the whole IRFM star.
Yeah, man.
Lollipop your large here, man. Yeah?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Someone send out a little quick condolences to Froggy family and the whole family from Manny. Yeah, my daddy up a Cummins up SOCM here. Love goes out to your mama, although you're there on ICM here, but I don't know if your son love you so you use the IRFM platform to do it all over the world, you see? So give thanks again. Big up the whole Centre, every community around Centre and CMA. Big up Orange, Lower Boxing, Middle Boxing, House Boxing. All our ladies and special big up. Bones, big up yourself.
Respect.
General Brian.
Yeah, man. Respect
All
every
right,
time.
big up yourself, Froggy. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, man. Tune in all the while.
All right,
and our condolences to you and your family.
Yeah.
All right, Froggy. Big up yourself. Manners.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. All right, we're gonna see.
I agree, but I just say go.
Yeah,
love
Froggy.
You, love you.
Yeah, man. Respect.
All right.
We're gonna
Thank
see
you
if we
there,
can
Froggy.
we're gonna see if we can get one more caller in.
In
All right,
2
no,
minutes?
no more. We're not getting
No,
more.
yeah, I think we have 2 minutes remaining. That's just enough time
yeah,
to
she
wrap.
was telling us.
Want to
All
say
right.
a big thank you to everyone who participated tonight. DJ Sunshine, voicemail, or music artist, Yared. Thank you so much.
I want to say special thanks to our producer, Cendric and Masters, of course, our technical operator, DJ Lollipop, and of course, telephone operator, Jody N. Dawkins, and social media, Peter Broadba. How are you, sir? Thank you very much. And of course, join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Mutabaruka is up next with The Cutting Edge.
Moving forward.